This video is only for people that want bigger shoulders. If that's not you, get the hell out of here. All right, so if you're still here, then we know we're here for the same reason. We want bigger shoulders. But before we jump into today's exercises, let me remind you that building a world-class physique, building your greatest body is not just about what you do in the gym, it's also what you do and consume in the kitchen. And that's why at Critical Bench we decided to write this delicious anabolic protein shake and smoothie. We're gonna give it to you absolutely free, plus this free shaker cup. All you gotta do is click that first link down in the pinned comment below, enter your information. We're gonna send this to your mailbox absolutely free. Check it out there in the pinned comment below. Get a free delicious protein shaker cup and free shaker cup on behalf of Team Critical Bench here. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, so since we're all here for the same reason, we want bigger shoulders, I'm gonna walk you through 3 exercises using resistance bands and some free weights. So it's gonna kind of be pairing up different types of resistances in these videos. The first one is going to be what I believe is a great way to start off a shoulder workout. You know, most people jump right into the heavy pressing. Yeah, that can be good. You're really, really strong, but I think you're priming yourself and you're setting yourself up for injury if you don't fully warm those shoulders up. So what I like to do is I like to do my lateral raises first and then get into my pressing movements in the second or third exercise. But with a dumbbell and a resistance band, I think you're gonna get a lot more pump, a lot more mind and muscle activation in the shoulders than you get if you're using just free weights alone. So with our band here, guys, so if you're out there and obviously you're gonna do this video, you're gonna need to purchase some type of resistance bands. We don't sell these, we're not giving these away. We are giving away free protein shaker cups here today though. So grab these, and everybody's gonna have a little bit different resistance. In this video, I'm gonna do a single arm shoulder lateral raise. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to place my foot here on the band, and that's just going to lock it in secured. I'm gonna grab my dumbbell and my band at the same time. Now, normally with a dumbbell is you just raise it out here to the side, right? We've taught this in a lot of our videos here, but by adding the resistance, you're now getting a second type of resistance coming from the band. So just as the dumbbell is gonna be a lot heavier up here than it is down here, the band is gonna add some resistance into that as well. Now, if you knock out your 8 to 10, what I want you to do is I want you to drop the dumbbell down and then just pump out another 10 to 15 in that shoulder. So do your right one first, if you're doing them single arm, and then finish off with the second one here. Get your 8 to 10 in, drop that dumbbell down, and just bang out and finish off with some quick pump. Like I said, guys, incredible way to create a mind to muscle connection right at the beginning. You're gonna get a lot of blood flow into those shoulders. So you can get into your pressing movements, you're gonna feel those presses a whole lot better. All right, guys, so once we're fully activated and primed and got our blood flow and pump going into the shoulders, it's time to move on into our pressing movements. And I don't know if this ever happened to you, but sometimes I get on the shoulder press and I'm like, I feel super strong and I'm pressing a ton of weight, but I struggle with getting a full range of motion. And this may be the same with you, or this may actually keep you from sometimes doing these exercises. Like, well, why would I do it if I can't do the entire range of motion? And the reason that happens is because our body has a strength curve. Every muscle has a strength curve, which means that it's strongest at different points throughout the exercise. And with things like pressing, we're strongest when we're at the top. So we're very strong here. This is why you see a lot of people doing partial reps, and we're very strong through the middle. Where we're weakest though is in the most lengthened state. So when we're down here at the bottom, just like with the bench press, we're weaker here than we are up here. That's why in our bench press video, we did the reverse band. So we do the reverse band shoulder press here today. So what you need is you need a power rack or something from the top that you can attach your bands to. Now what this is gonna do is as the weight comes down to the bottom, the resistance band is gonna kick in and it's gonna start to add some resistance coming from the top. So where it may feel like 135 at the top, if the bands add 20 pounds of assistance at the bottom, now instead of pressing 135 down here, I'm pressing 115. So maybe that's where my strength is I can press 115 here, but I have 135 here. So that's where a movement like a reverse band shoulder press is gonna come into play. So not a whole lot of difference here other than the setup is you wanna make sure you have the band coming from the top. Once again, use a weight that you feel safe with, but we're gonna jump out here. We're gonna come out here a little bit to get away from the rack. As we come down, you can literally see the band adding in the resistance. So I can feel the weight getting lighter here. As I come up to the top, there's very little assistance coming from the band here. So my body is doing it. Bring it back down here, band kicks in. You literally will feel it turn on. Down here at the bottom, you see full range of motion. Up to the top where I get strong, band takes off, and now I'm pushing the weight. And that's it, guys. Our second movement here. Once we're primed, once we're activated, got that pump going, it's gonna be a reverse band shoulder press. All right, guys, so we got our shoulders activated and primed, ready to go. We've done our pressing movement, maximizing our strength curve, really getting all out of those shoulders that we can. Now we wanna tie them together by focusing on those rear delts, which is a part of the shoulder that a lot of people neglect. They don't think about actually training this rear delt. That's why so many people have rounded shoulders, because we gotta lock this back here. We gotta develop this part of our upper back, which is actually our rear delt, to keep us walking and standing upright. And I think one of the best movements there is gonna be a face pull. You can do a face pull if you're lying down on a reverse bench. You can do a face pull on cables. But since we're talking about resistance bands today, we're gonna do resistance band face pull. So using our rack here, we're gonna find something just to throw the bands around, and this could be a wall, this could be a cable machine, it could be a power rack, it could be another person if you're training at home. But we're gonna grab the bands here in our hands, pinkies facing out towards us, and as the name calls for, it's going to be a face pull. So we're gonna attempt to pull the bands towards our face with driving our elbows out. So the big key here is to keep those elbows elevated and drive them out. Don't pull back here, because once you pull back here with keeping your elbows locked in, you've now taken the initiation off of the shoulders and put it more into the mid back. So grabbing our resistance bands here, pinkies facing out, flaring those elbows out as we bring our thumbs to our face. And this is one you should really rep out. I'm talking 15, 20 reps. Just really pump those out. Get a lot of blood flowing up there into the upper back, but great way to finish off a shoulder exercise. So we did first our dumbbell raises, next into our pressing movement, finish everything off here with the face pulls. But remember, guys, just what we mentioned at the beginning, if you're gonna build your best body, if you're actually gonna break through all these plateaus, it's not just about what you do in the gym, it's what you do and what you consume when you're in the kitchen. So click that first link down in the pinned comment below, get your free shaker cup, get your free recipe book on Critical Bench here. We'll see you guys in the next one.